Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? It's Thursday, September 29th. It's 10:05 a.m. for me. What is it for you? Is it night time? Is it nap time? I don't know why I'm talking like that. I'm just feeling myself. I'm really not. I've got a cold, so I'm not happy about that. I think I've worked myself a little too much, not getting any sleep, and now I'm getting sick. And I don't like that, but that's okay. We're gonna live through this. This is not an issue, is what I'm trying to say. How's everybody doing? Thank you for reaching out. I was being a little bit of a baby last week, I realized. I didn't realize it at the time. If you've ever gone through dips in your emotional state, like surrounding the idea of, does anybody care about me? Does anybody of course people care about me. Of course people pay attention to me when I need somebody to pay attention to me. But last week there was about 3 days where I could not get enough attention, or I don't know what it was. It was like I needed to know people liked me. I needed to know people were listening to this. And I expressed it in a subdued way and on the podcast, and you guys all reached out to me, and I felt the love, and I actually just needed it. So maybe this isn't so ridiculous. I guess when you need something, you say you need something. And I think I straight up said, hey, can you guys reach out if you're listening? One of my favorite reachers out was somebody you can follow on Instagram and Twitter, known as Wigbowl, Wigbowl. I'm not sure he wants me to tell you his real name. He is an astounding musician and a great writer, along with that, and a really great recommender of writers for me. So what he said, I'm just going to read it because I loved it. It was in the comments on an Instagram post of mine. I'm still listening. I'm listening so fucking hard. You're not alone. I'm sleeping on an inflatable mattress tonight in the prison capital of Canada. Today I forgave a coworker for being a big moo cow to me and bought her a peanut butter cup latte. Tomorrow I'm playing Rimsky-Korsakov with an orchestra, then driving 2 hours to have dinner with my elderly aunt, and it will be the first time I've seen my dad since last weekend when I got high and told him to stop pretending to be an asshole all the time. All this with a weird itchy spot on my back. So no, I'm still listening to the extreme ! And I loved it so much that I responded, and then he responded again, because I was fearful I was just being a big baby last week, so I said something about that, and he said, if I put something out in the world, and I asked if I could read this, yes, be a baby. You're a great baby. Other babies should be so great. You do you. Itchy spot's still there. Someone who loves me put creams on it, and sometimes I rub up against the wall. I love you, Wigbowl. I'm sorry I didn't ask if I could say your real name on here. So if you tell me later, I will tweet about you, link about you, love about you, think about you, dream about you. I'm just kidding. This is turning like accidentally romantic, and I don't mean that. Both Wigbowl and I are happily with other people. So that's not what this is about, even though I made it sound like that. Okay, so I really love this kind of response, though. This is what I want to encourage from listeners. If you just tell me anything on a comment on my Instagram, I can't tell you how excited it makes me. Just tell me anything about yourself, as long as it doesn't get weird, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I love hearing what cereal you're eating. I like hearing about what your favorite crackers are. Mine are saltines always and forever. I love saltines. They're plain. They're boring. They're Midwestern. But they solve stomach problems like nothing else. I also love wheat thins, and I love Sociables. I used to eat Sociables with my grandma. They got a weird taste, man. As I grow up, they're kind of strange, but I still love them. One time, Wigbowl sent me an email that I don't believe I ever read this poem, this translation of this poem, and I'm going to do it today. So this is Daniil Kharms, spelled D-A-N-I-I-L, right? Kharms. This is called a sonnet. This is translated by George Gibeon. If you don't know Kharms, Soviet-era surrealist and absurdist poet, born in 1905, died in 1942. I'll put a link in the description of this podcast so that you can go buy this book, Or check it out at your local library. Wouldn't it be fun if we could have a Me Reading Stuff book club and we meet at a library, one that floats in the sky, that connects all of us from Canada. By the way, Wig Bowl's from Canada. From Texas, from Kansas, from Seattle, from Dublin, and from all you listeners in Ghana who I still haven't figured out who you are. Email me. Reach out. All right, let's read a sonnet. I'm obsessed with this poem thanks to my friend Wigbowl. An amazing thing happened to me. I suddenly forgot which came first, 7 or 8. I went to my neighbors and asked them what they thought about that. I was really amazed when they told me that they too couldn't remember the counting sequence. They remembered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but they forgot what came after that. We all went into the grocery store at the corner of Znamensky and Basinaya Street and asked the cashier. The cashier smiled sadly, took a tiny little hammer out of her mouth, and slightly twitching her nose said, I think 7 comes after 8 in those cases where 8 comes after 7. We thanked the cashier and ran joyfully out of the store. But then, thinking over the cashier's words, we again fell silent because her words turned out to make no sense. What were we to do? We went to the summer garden and counted trees. But after we reached 6, we stopped and argued. Some thought 7 came next, and others thought 8 came next. We argued for a long time, but fortunately, a little boy fell off a park bench and broke both jaws. This distracted us from our argument. Then we all went home. I'm sorry I messed up a couple of words. I blame my cold. Maybe we should all think about this poem the next time we get in pointless arguments with people we love. It makes me think of that. Better yet, we should print this out, which I've already done. Let's put these printouts on our refrigerator, and let's just try to talk less. I don't know why I'm saying that. You guys, my throat hurts. I'm going to keep this one shorter. I'm sorry I've been going over my time anyway. However, I want to encourage you to come check me out and my workout on Twitter and Instagram. I've been putting up a lot more posts, which may be aggravating to you who follow me, and if so, I apologize. I'm just doing my thing. My handle over there on both those sites is ROBYN_ONEIL. Thank you guys again so much for reaching out and letting me know you're still listening. I really needed that. Thanks for putting up with me being a little bit of a baby there. I appreciate that you're letting me just kind of work these things out on air. Let's just call it on air. I've always wanted to be a radio DJ. Let's pretend I am. Drink 23.5 gallons of water today through Sunday. Be gentle. Read Beckett. Be concerned. Be convicted, and then ease up a bit. Read more Beckett. Drink more water. Question your motivations, always. Try harder, fail harder, sleep harder, write harder, be gentle, drink water, breathe slower, fail harder. Walk away from your phone for at least an hour. Seriously, put your fucking phone down. Turn everything off. Turn your brain off. Turn it back on. Open your eyes. Smile. Laugh. Be happy. Get well soon. Happy birthday. I love you guys. Good night.